Hey, would you look at the time? It's 10 past tournament arc. My name is Misty / Chronexia, and if you've been dabbling in anime for a while, mostly shonen, you might have come across a tournament too. These are generally really popular segments in an anime because it gives the spotlight to every character just enough to do something cool before they're stashed back down for 100 episodes or so. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna be ranking the top 10 * best tournament arcs. There's gonna be more than 10, but count them as extracurricular. You can tackle if you're really that studious, you fucking nerd. I'm kidding, just kidding. Unless... Anyway, let's start off this ranking with number 10. Number 10, Yugioh Battle City. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is probably one of the OG anime you might have come across on TV during your childhood. Regardless of your age, there most likely was a version you could witness whether you were lucky enough to get 5Ds or unfortunate enough to get whatever the fuck Brain is. The point is, I watched the original and my favorite bit was the tournament battles, which is the entire show. Not Duelist Kingdom though, I rewatched that recently and dude, they did whatever the fuck they wanted with the rules, but Battle City was where it really took off. It had a great culmination, the Egyptian god card gave a solid twist to the system, and overall it felt really compelling, which is why it's getting the number 10 spot. Number 9, Survival Tournament, with Junie Taisen, Future Diary, and Batum. Here we have a triple threat with Zodiac War, Future Diary, and Batum. Survival Tournament are my jam. You could spoon feed them to me like the bunny in Wreck-It Ralph and I'd still be like, please sir, may I have some more? And because it's a trope, I can't bring myself to just choose one. What are you, like a monster? I put them all under the same umbrella. Zodiac War is a survival game where every character represents a symbol of the Chinese zodiac. Just don't watch the ending theme song, it kinda spoils who's the winner. But otherwise, I love the actual ending of the anime. Future Diary is pretty much the same thing, except with cell phones. And Batum have you seen the movie Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin from 2007? It's that, but with Pokeballs that explodes. It's pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. Number 8, Deadman Wonderland, Corpse Carnival. Kinda similar to the survival tournament type, there's Deadman Wonderland Corpse Carnival, a game where fellow prisoner, actual human beings who have been incarcerated, including our main character who's been framed, are put into a death trap where they must compete to earn points. Or was it candies? The bottom line is they don't have to die, or extra die. This is like survival game at the power of 2. It's honestly sickening, and I fucking love it. So yeah, this one gets its own entry because for real, it's an honest god good anime, and if you really like it, you should pick up the manga, cause it's even better, but sadly it won't get a sequel. Oh well, still a fun ride. Number 7, Haikyuu, or basically any sports anime. Back to a more general trope, we have the sports tournament. If you play a sports, it only makes sense that there's some kind of brackets along the way. How else are you gonna compete against the best otherwise? So again, generally, any sports anime would do the trick, but some of the most memorable ones I can think of are from Haikyuu, Prince of Tennis, Hajime no Ippo, Yowamushi Pedal, and if you like American football, even iShield 21. They're all great in their own right, but I understand that sports anime can be a little more niche for people, which is why I kind of put them under the same umbrella. Can you imagine how disappointing it would be for people who don't like sports to see one on 4 different entries? Anyway, that was a lot of rambling to say that they all belong here at number 7. Number 6, Food Wars Autumn Selection. Food Wars is another one of those anime I just thoroughly fell in love with. The cooking aspect plus some solid guilty pleasure challenges. The anime builds the tension all the way to the Autumn Selection, a do-or-die trial that gets to decide who remains at the academy and who gets kicked out. And this is when you get the first glimpse at everyone's specialty. I guess this one is just how much you're interested in the craft. It's not your typical battle format, so I suppose the appeal can be lost on some people. But the execution is worth a 3-star on the Michelin scale. There's also another tournament-like battle, but that's in season 3 and kinda end on a cock-block cliffhanger, so I'm settling down with the Autumn Selection until we get the final season. Number 5, Dragon Ball Z, the Majin Tournament. You knew Dragon Ball was gonna show up or I was gonna get lynched. The question was, where would it be ranked? Dragon Ball, as a franchise, has a lot of tournaments. Whether it's the one with Kid Goku in the original, the Cells game, that personally I don't really qualify as a tournament when it's Cell against everyone. The one in Super, that for full disclosure I haven't seen yet. Or my personal favorite, the Majin Tournament. I don't think it's actually called the Majin Tournament, but it was in that arc. Point is, that was the tournament that I had the most fun watching, and it's also why the Buu arc is my favorite of the 3. Cell had a good final battle, and Frieza was a cool villain, but Buu was the most eventful to me, and by extension, my favorite. Vegeta going back to the evil side, Videl just trying her best. It hit all of the right notes for me. I really love that one. Number 4, Hunter x Hunter 2011, Heaven's Arena. If you know me, you also know I'm really sold out on Hunter x Hunter. The anime is absolutely phenomenal on every front, so if you put a tournament arc on top of that, well, that just tickled my butthole in a funny way. The tournament was paired with Gon and Killua learning Nen, which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a real big sucker for a training montage done right. Then you have Gon finally taking on Hisoka and returning his badge. That was just such a good arc. Not my favorite one, but definitely close second. Greed Island was my favorite one. You know what? The whole show is so fucking good, it's hard to pick just one. Watch 148 episodes in a week. Do the math, they had to plug me on an IV by the end. Number 3, My Hero Academia Sports Festival. The tournament arc in My Hero Academia is probably as good as it gets. Really, this top 3 position is super tight and hard for me to settle on, but from the first sports festival event to the legit battle portion, the season 2 kept stacking up the hype more and more. The battle between Deku and Todoroki is probably one of the finest we've seen in the age of modern anime. The ending was a bit anticlimactic for me, which is why it sets itself back just a hair compared to the other two, but man, what a ride it was! Plus, with Season 4 right around the corner, now's the perfect time to jump on the hype train that is My Hero Academia. Trust me, this show is gonna go all the way to right next to Hunter x Hunter's coattail. Number 2, Naruto's Chunin Exam. The Naruto anime started off pretty mild for me. The whole Zabuza arc was nice and everything, but it didn't quite get hooked on the show until the Chunin Exam began. Everything from that point forward had my blood pumping. Not getting caught cheating, Sakura being useful in the forest, cutting her hair, and Lee losing his weight against Gaara made everyone say, "Oh shit, son," out loud. Every character got the right amount of shine, especially my boy Shikamaru, who was the only one to win the title in the end. But I can list you every moment from the Lee challenging Sasuke to Naruto fighting Gaara off. That's how memorable that arc was, and that was 15 years ago. It could be the number 1 pick, but that actually belongs to... And finally, number 1, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Here's the thing, the only people who are gonna bitch about this ranking and this position are the people who have not seen Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament. Because everyone else who has seen it has gone, yeah, of course, that's number 1, of course, it makes sense. And that simply means you've got the absolute best tournament arc ahead of you if you've never seen this, which you should be excited about. The Dark Tournament did everything right, spotlight for every character to look badass, the right dose of challenging enemies, fun plot twists, and a climax that was still to this day probably one of the most satisfying one to watch. I absolutely recommend you give this show a try if you've never got around to it. Sure, it's a bit older, but I assure you it lives up to the hype, and thus concludes the factual top 10 best tournament arcs in anime up to 2020 according to the Oxford Dictionary. If you're offended, I suggest you take your complaint and put it down in the comment section below. I don't read them because I don't want my feelings hurt, but maybe someone's gonna see your comment and be like, yeah, you're right, that Misty guy is a cunt. And then you're gonna start chatting, meet up in real life, realize you didn't get catfish for once, you're gonna get married, have 2 kids, live a happy life, and die a hero to be remembered for the rest of the living universe. Probably not though, but maybe, just maybe. Oh, you're still listening to me rambling? You know this video's over, right? It's not like I have a secret tournament arc in my pocket like Shazam! Here's Fairy Tail and 7 Deadly Sins tournaments! Which, to be fair, should have gotten a spot, but... Aw, damn. I guess I gotta redo the whole video now. Is that... You mean... What do you mean time's up? I haven't told people to like and subscribe.
The hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.